Hi, I'm Dorinda from PrimordialDor Tarot, and I'm here to do a Cancer reading today for April the 24th to 27, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross. All right. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. It costs you nothing to subscribe, and it helps me build the channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Just going to cut the deck for Cancer. Okay, calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages for Cancer, please? For Cancer. Some cards for Cancer. Cards for Cancer, please. Some cards for Cancer, please. Okay. Here we go. All right, Cancer. Bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we have Saturn in Pisces, Eight of Cups, Indolence. Okay. Well, this is about some little job you got to do that you keep procrastinating on, Cancer. It's just some small thing. It could be like cleaning out the shed or something like that. Okay, but you keep putting it off. It's not a big deal. It's not a big job, but for some reason you just keep putting it off. It's spring now. It's time to get that done. Maybe do your taxes, something like that. Something you don't really want to do, but you have to. Okay, Cancer. Present situation. You have Princess of Cups. She's all about love, dreaminess, sensuality, fantasies, and desires. Okay? So perhaps you're thinking about love. That's what you're thinking about. You're not doing that job. All right, so maybe some love's coming into your life, Cancer. All right, beautiful love too. Your challenge is Mercury and Sagittarius, Eight of Wands, swiftness. Okay, things are going to move along quickly for you this spring, okay? Yeah, things will happen sooner than later. So that's your challenge. Be ready. Know that things will be happening fast. Okay, so below position, we have our major arcana. We got the Hanged Man. All right, this is about taking a time out. Introspection, meditation, isolation, getting a new perspective. Okay, sometimes you just got to take a time out. I say write these things down. Figure out what you want in your life. Like, how do you want your love life to be? How do you want your living situation to be? Do you want to live in the country? Do you want to live in the city? You know, what about your job? How do you want that to be? Do you want to work at home? Do you want to travel? You know, things like that. So you get them straight in your mind, figured out. So then it's like a plan then. Okay, so, you know, and what do you want in love? What kind of person? All right, so that's what that's about. And I say write it down. You know, it's like making a recipe for your life and getting a new perspective on things. Because sometimes, you know, you look at things one day and get a new perspective, and then, you know, it's not so bad the next day. You'll know how to deal with it. Okay, so that's a great card. That's a great message. Okay, in your past position, which could be last week, yesterday, or 5 years ago, you have a major arcana. You got the Magus card, otherwise known as the Magician. Okay, he was highly intelligent. Okay, he conjures up his own life the way he wants it. He's got the power, the ability to do that. He's a broadcaster of information, a speaker. He only says words that people really need to hear, and he can change his world. And you can change your world with this magician's help, okay? This is powerful, really powerful stuff here, all right? So you still got a bit of this power hanging around in your energy. So you can change your world, anything you want. Just use that magician's energy. Okay, in your future, you have the Queen of Discs. Okay, well, she rules, you know, material resources and money and wealth, things like that, okay? She's walked the long and windy road there. She's already built her enterprise up in the mountains. Sitting back, look at that road she's walked. Highly intelligent, highly experienced. Okay, she creates, you know, New business situations where it grows and thrives and the revenue continues to come in. All right, she's sitting back. It's all built. She's built it. And she's earthy energy, solid, and she likes to build, right? Likes to build new enterprises. And that's in your future. And you've got the Princess of Cups. So about love in your present situation. So maybe there's a Queen of Discs coming into your life if you're a man. Okay, and roles can be reversed if you're a woman. Okay, maybe there's this highly intelligent Queen of Discs. Okay, in your near future, you have Sun in Capricorn, 4 disc power. All right, more disc energy. Okay, so a little bit, you're going to get a little bit of power come into your life and work from a place of stability. All right, so maybe you were in a position where you didn't have any power. But, with the Hanged Man, the Magus, now you have a little bit of power, more control over your life. And that's a good thing. Okay, all right. Cancer, your internal card, what you're thinking about. We have Major Arcana. We have the Lust card. All right, more about love. This is about fantasies and desires being fulfilled. Okay, and your present situation is this Princess of Cups. So that's about love. You're thinking about love. Present situation. Internal, what you're thinking about. Okay, so you are thinking about love. You want to change things up. Okay, a lot of people here. You got a lot of choices. There's a lot of them showing up in this reading. So you have choices. Okay, you have choices to make in love. Cancer, and it's going to happen fast. You won't have time to think too much. You better do that hangman thing and get that over with, because things are going to rock and roll fast. You're going to have a lot of people coming at you. Okay, in your environment, you have the beautiful Princess of Wands. Okay, she's charming, charismatic, on fire. Beautiful little princess, the life of the party. This one wants to have all the fun. That's where all the laughter's coming from, over in the corner of the room where she is. And she's magnetic and draws everybody to her. Okay, so she's in your environment somewhere. You're thinking about love. The cute little princess everybody wants. She's in your environment. Look out for her. All right. If you're a man, you got a lot of choices here. Okay, or if you're a woman, you got a lot of choices here. All right, your hopes and fears. You got the dynamic Queen of Wands, fiery, dynamic, determined, decisive. She comes from a place of authority, power. She's the boss lady. Okay, she likes to be in charge, very much in charge. Has a special way with the animals. They love her. Everybody loves her, but she's kind of bossy. She's the boss. She's on fire. She's the boss lady. Okay. So maybe there's this kind of person in your life. Now, all these court cards are people. And this could be someone at work or something like that. The boss lady at work or something like that. In your environment and things like that. You've got a lot of people here. You've got a lot of choices in love. You got a few. All right, you've got a few. The final card in the outcome of this reading, Cancer, you have the Princess of Discs now. Okay, she's about fertility and assets and resources. She carries that shield of creativity there because she likes to build. She's looking for a fertile valley to build her home, her enterprise, her new business. Okay, but she also indicates a pregnancy. If you could be pregnant or someone be pregnant. She also indicates that. But she's, about creating, not just a baby. She's about creating, a thriving situation, bringing the revenue in all the time, right? And, that's what she's all about. So you have more choices. You've got the Queen of Discs, the Princess of Discs, the Queen of Wands, and the Princess of Wands. So, if you're a man, you have a lot of choices in love here. Or if you're a woman, same thing. Okay? So you got to take the time out while you can. Do the hangman thing. Use the energy of this magician. And you're going to have to make choices, Cancer. That was a great reading. Wow. You got a lot to do here, Cancer. I want to wind up with an animal spirit card. Can I have one card for Cancer, please? Wow. One card for Cancer, please. Be busy. One card for Cancer, please. Give me one card for Cancer. One card for Cancer, please. Okay, we'll take the top card. Be Spirit. Sweet results await. All right. Sweet results await. Your passions and desires will be fulfilled. The busy bee's working all the time, making all that honey. Okay? And this is about, you know, if you don't think that, you know, if you get a great big slice of the pie that someone else in the world has to do with less. There's enough to go around, Cancer. Enough honey to go around. Sweet results are coming to you. You're going to get your passions and desires fulfilled. Okay? What a beautiful reading. You're going to have a lot of choices, Cancer. Okay, choose wisely. Be the magician. Choose wisely. All right, I enjoyed that reading. I hope you did, and I'll catch you next time.